All right, let's do this. Oh God, what is that audio? Auto. All right, so predictions. What's it called? AMD today announced RDNA 4. And FSR 4. And they said for FSR 4, there's going to be neural rendering or like machine ML, like frame generation and upscaling. So we'll see what they unveil here. Hopefully something good. I'm curious to see what they'll say about the new card. I mean, we already know the pricing because it was leaked. $2,300 for a 5090 and like $1,300 to $1,600 for a 5080. And I wonder if they'll talk about the super, well, probably not the super, but the TI versions of those cards. Oh, that's a real big Microsoft ad. All right, Jensen, show us what you got. Already late to the party by 2 minutes. That's great. Should I try to get this on YouTube instead? Yeah, we'll get it over on YouTube. Okay. No ads over here. Excuse me. What is this intermission? let's see. Let's pull this out here. And we'll lock that, and then we can do game capture. Right here. Change that, or just lock it. You know what? I'm gonna move it. This would be a time that I would have needed to edit this way before this started, but you know, that's cool. Alright, I think we're going.
CES isn't just about what's next. It's about what's possible. And when technology and humanity intersect, the answer is anything.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
That's because tech doesn't just solve challenges. It transforms them into opportunities. It helps us move smarter, live healthier, and experience the world in ways we never thought possible. We are not just here for a tech event. We're here to connect, to solve, to discover, together. Tech isn't just advancing, it's uniting, bringing us closer to an autonomous future, connecting us to better care,
Autonomous
making
future,
life more
huh?
connected, more dynamic, and
Future's
more
crazy,
human.
my friends.
Today's challenges demand bold solutions, and CES is where they start to take shape. Breakthroughs in sustainability, advancements to help feed our growing world. This week isn't just a stage for breakthroughs, it's the spark for discovery. Every screen, every pixel, every part of the tech you will see here showcases the extraordinary potential of human ingenuity meeting technological power. Now we begin this celebration of what connects us, has the power to solve our greatest challenges.
All right, well, let's
and
see it.
offers endless possibilities we're yet to discover.
Let's see it.
Right here, right now. The world is watching. So
That's
let's
AI, bro.
dive in.
AI video. Come on, Jensen. Make us proud.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's not
welcome
Jensen.
to CES 2025.
Thank you.
I'm Gary Shapiro, CEO and Vice Chairman of the Consumer
Hi,
Technology Association,
Gary.
the producer of CES, and I am so thrilled to kick off this show with a keynote by one of the most consequential companies in the world. Nvidia exemplifies the cutting-edge innovation.
Did you just say Nvidia?
Celebrated
It's
CES.
Nvidia, bro. Come
and founder
on.
and CEO Jensen Huang is a true visionary, demonstrating the power of ideas, technology, and conviction to drive innovation and reshape our industry and our society. I always like to say that if I'd listened a little bit more closely the last time Jensen spoke at a CTA event, I could have retired already. But over the past 3 decades, he has established Nvidia as a force driving change across the globe in industries ranging from healthcare to automotive and entertainment. Today, Nvidia is pioneering breakthroughs in AI and accelerated computing that touch nearly every person and every business. Thanks to his leadership, Nvidia's innovations enable advanced chatbots, robots, software-defined vehicles, huge virtual worlds, hyper-synchronized factory floors, and so much more.
All right.
Huang has been named the world's best CEO by Fortune and The Economist, as well as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world.
That's true,
You know,
though.
the fact is, like for all of us in this room, our success and his success was not preordained. Jensen started out working at a Denny's as a dishwasher.
For real?
And
Wow.
a busboy, so be nice to them in the future. And he said that the lessons he's learned there, the value of hard work, humility, and hospitality are what helped them keep the faith and persevere through some of NVIDIA's early challenges. In just a few minutes,
I didn't know he
we'll hear
worked
from NVIDIA
as like a
founder
service
and CEO
worker.
Jensen Huang on his unwavering vision of the future and where we're headed next. Stay tuned and have a great CES.
All right. Damn, that place is packed. What the hell? We're gonna have to wait even more. Just get the leather jacket man up there already. Come on. Wait, what are they saying? Oh, copyright music. Cannot play that. Should definitely be an interesting panel for sure. I'm wondering like how in depth they're gonna go into details on the new cards, even though like most of the specs have already leaked online. I wonder if they're gonna like show any performance like live or recorded or something. Hope they do. And AMD didn't really show anything like that. They like gave no details on their RDNA 4 cards. They just basically said they were coming. All right. Let's do this. Several sequences of quickly flashing lights that may cause discomfort and or affect guests who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. I'm gonna crash out. Just show me already. The anticipation is killing me. All right, I think this is it. Yep, they're clapping.
This is how intelligence is made. A new kind of factory. Generator of tokens the building blocks of AI. Tokens have opened a new frontier, the first step into an extraordinary world, where endless possibilities are born. Tokens transform words into knowledge and breathe
That's
life
pretty
into
cool,
images.
actually. Oh, wow.
They turn ideas into videos and help us safely navigate any environment. Tokens teach robots to move like the masters. Inspire new ways to celebrate our victories.
A martini, please.
Tony, light up.
What was
Thank
that
you, Adam.
accent?
And give us peace of mind when we need it most.
Hi, Maroka.
Hi, Anna. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Emma. We're gonna take your blood sample today, okay?
Don't worry. I'm gonna be here the whole time.
Oh, that's terrifying.
They bring meaning to numbers to help us better understand the world around us. Predict the dangers that surround us. And find cures for the threats within us.
Okay, that's pretty
Tokens
cool.
can bring our visions to life
Remember the Apple Vision Pro?
and restore what we've lost.
Zachary, I got my voice back, buddy.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
They help us move forward, one small step at a time. And one giant leap together. And here is where it all begins.
Cool. That's Nvidia's factory. New factory, I think.
Welcome to the stage, NVIDIA founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
Let's go, Jensen. Oh, he's got a new jacket.
Welcome to CES! Are you excited to be in Las Vegas? Do you like my jacket? I thought I'd go the other way from Gary Shapiro. I'm in Las Vegas after all. If this doesn't work out, if all of you object, well, just get used to it. I really think you have to let this sink in. In another
It's got a
hour or
meaning
so, you're
behind
gonna
it.
feel good about it.
Yeah, it's got a meaning behind it.
Well, welcome to NVIDIA. In fact, you're inside NVIDIA's digital twin. And we're going to take you to NVIDIA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NVIDIA. You're inside our digital twin. Everything here is generated by AI. It has been an extraordinary journey, extraordinary year. And it started in 1993.
Ready, go!
With NV1, we wanted to build computers that can do things that normal computers couldn't. And NV1 made it possible to have a game console in your PC. Our programming architecture was called UDA, missing the letter C until a little while later, but UDA, Unified Device Architecture. And the first developer for UDA and the first application that ever worked on UDA was Sega's Virtual Fighter. 6 years later, we invented, in 1999, the programmable GPU. And it started 20 plus years of incredible advance in this incredible processor called the GPU. It made modern computer graphics possible.
Man, that was 1990. Oh, wait.
And
That's
now,
running on a
30
4080.
years later, Sega's Virtual Fighter is completely cinematic.
Huh.
This
That's
is
cool.
the new Virtual Fighter project that's coming. I just can't wait. Absolutely incredible. 6 years after that, 6 years after 1999, we invented CUDA so that we could explain or express the programmability of our GPUs to a rich set of algorithms that could benefit from it. CUDA initially was difficult to explain, and it took years, in fact. It took approximately 6 years. Somehow, 6 years later or so, 2012, Alex Karshevsky, Ilya Sutskever, and Jeff Hinton discovered CUDA, used it to process AlexNet, and the rest of it is history.
Man, AI's been around that long?
Advancing at an incredible pace since. Started with perception AI. We now
12
can
years?
understand images and words and sounds. To generative AI, we can generate images and text and sounds. And now, agentic AI. AIs that can perceive, reason, plan, and act. And then the next phase, some of which we'll talk about tonight, physical AI, 2012. Now, magically,
That's crazy.
2018, something happened that was pretty incredible. Google's Transformer was released as BERT, and the world of AI really took off. Transformers, as you know, completely changed the landscape for artificial intelligence. In fact, it completely changed the landscape for computing altogether. We recognized properly that AI was not just a new application with a new business opportunity, but AI, more importantly, machine learning enabled by transformers,
yeah, I guess that's
was
when
going to
the whole
fundamentally
ML
change
and
how computing works.
neural networks came about.
And today, computing is revolutionized in every single layer, from hand coding instructions that run on CPUs to create software tools that humans use. We now have machine learning that creates and optimizes neural networks that processes on GPUs and creates artificial intelligence. Every single layer of the technology stack has been completely changed. An incredible transformation in just 12 years. Well, we can now understand information of just about any modality. Surely you've seen text and images and sounds and things like that. But not only can we understand those, we can understand amino acids, we can understand physics. We understand them, we can translate them, and generate them. The applications are just completely endless. In fact, almost any AI application that you see out there,
He's gonna
what modality is the input that it learned from?
and
What
reveal
modality
some
of information
huge
did it
leap
translate
in
to?
AI tonight.
And
I
what
bet.
modality of information is it generating? If you ask these three fundamental questions, just about every single application could be inferred. And so when you see application after applications that are AI-driven, AI-native, at the core of it, this fundamental concept is there. Machine learning has changed how every application is going to be built, how computing will be done, and the possibilities beyond. Well, GPUs, GeForce, in a lot of ways, all of this with AI is the house that GeForce built. GeForce enabled AI to reach the masses. And now, AI is coming home to GeForce.
Cool.
There are so many things that you can't do without AI. Let me show you some of it now.
Oh god, this is gonna be crazy. RTX Blackwell? Oh god. What the hell? Ow. DLSS 4 confirmed. Full ray tracing. What the? Hold on. Wow. AI generated character models in real time.
That was real-time computer graphics.
That is, holy shit. That is unbelievable.
No computer graphics researcher, no computer scientist would have told you that it is possible for us to ray trace every single pixel at this point. Ray tracing is a simulation of light. The amount of geometry that you saw was absolutely insane. It would have been impossible without artificial intelligence. There are two fundamental things that we did. We used, of course, programmable shading and ray traced acceleration to produce incredibly beautiful pixels. But then we have artificial intelligence be conditioned, be controlled by that pixel to generate a whole bunch of other pixels. Not only is it able to generate other pixels spatially, because it's aware of what the colors should be, it has been trained on a supercomputer back in Nvidia, and so the neural network that's running on the GPU can infer and predict the pixels that we did not render.
That's crazy.
Not only can we do that, it's called DLSS. The latest generation of DLSS also generates beyond frames. It can predict the future, generating 3 additional frames for every frame that we calculate. What you saw, if we just said 4 frames of what you saw, because we're going to render 1 frame and generate 3. If I said 4 frames at full HD, 4K, that's 33 million pixels or so. Out of that 33 million pixels, we computed only 2.
What?
It is an absolute miracle that we can computationally using programmable shaders and our ray traced engine,
I don't believe it.
to compute 2 million pixels and have AI predict all of the other
I don't believe it.
33.
I wonder
And as a result,
how well
we're
that's
able
going to be.
to
The
render
input
at
latency is probably
incredibly
going to be
high performance
crazy.
because AI does a lot less computation. It takes, of course, an enormous amount of training to produce that, but once you train it, the generation is extremely efficient. So this is one of the incredible capabilities of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why there's so many amazing things that are happening. We
It's
use
definitely
GeForce
cool tech,
to
but
enable artificial intelligence.
I don't
and now
know.
Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing GeForce. Everyone, today we're announcing our next generation, the RTX Blackwell family. Let's take a look.
Okay. It's a big piece. See it? Same form factor? Yep. Ooh, that's sexy. .8 terabits a second? Holy shit.
this. Our brand new
fucking
GeForce
huge.
RTX 50 series Blackwell architecture. The GPU is just a beast. 92
Well, it's not that
billion
big.
transistors, 4,000 tops, 4 petaflops of AI, 3 times higher than the last generation Ada. And we need all of it to generate those pixels that I showed you. 380 ray tracing teraflops so that we could, for the pixels that we have to compute the most beautiful image you possibly can. And of course, 125 shader teraflops. There's actually a concurrent shader teraflops as well as an integer unit of equal performance. So 2 dual shaders. One is for floating point, one is for integer. G7 memory from Micron, 1.8 terabytes per second, twice the performance of our last generation.
Good
and we now have
God.
the ability to intermix AI workloads with computer graphics workloads. And one of the amazing things about this
That is
generation
crazy.
is the programmable shader is also able to now process neural networks. So the shader is able to carry these neural networks, and as a result, we invented neural texture compression and neural material shading. As a result of that, you get these amazingly beautiful images that are only possible
It's
because we
actually
use
not a
AI's
big
learned
GPU.
texture, learned a compression algorithm, and as a
It's
result,
pretty
get
thin.
extraordinary results. Okay, so this is the brand new RTX Blackwell 5090. Now, even the mechanical design is a miracle. Look at this, it's got 2 fans. This whole graphics card is just one giant fan. You know, so the question is, where's the graphics card? Is it literally this big? The voltage
How?
regulator design is state-of-the-art, incredible design.
Okay, what's the TDP though?
Did a great job. So here it is. Thank you.
How much is my PC gonna want to blow up when I turn it on?
Okay, so those are the speeds and feeds, so how does it compare? Well,
Let's see.
this is RTX 4090. I know many of you have one. I know it. Look, it's $1,599.
They're
It
gonna
is one of the best
pull a
investments you
fast
could
one on
possibly
everyone
make.
and say it's the same price. Watch.
For $1,599, you bring it home to your $10,000 PC entertainment command center. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that's not true. Don't be ashamed. It's liquid cooled, fancy lights all over it. You lock it when you leave. It's the modern home theater. It makes perfect sense.
True.
And now for $1,500 and $1,599, you get to upgrade that and turbocharge the living daylights out of it. Well, now with the Blackwell family, RTX 5070, 4090 performance at $549.
What?
Impossible without artificial intelligence. Impossible without the 4 teraops.
Fuck it. I'm selling my 4070
AI
Ti Super.
tensor cores.
Fuck it.
Impossible without the G7 memories. Okay, so 5070, 4090 performance, $549, and here's the whole family. Starting from 5070 all the way up to 5090. 5090, twice the performance of a 4090. Starting, of course, we're producing at very large scale, availability starting January. Well, it is incredible, but we managed to put these in gigantic
$2,000? That's not
GPUs
terrible.
into a laptop. This is a 5070 laptop. For $1,299, this 5070 laptop has a 4090 performance. I think there's one here somewhere. Let me show you this. This is look at this thing. Here. There's only so many pockets. Ladies and gentlemen, Janine Paul. So can you imagine you get this incredible graphics card here, Blackwell. We're going to
I'm
shrink it and fit it
100%
in
selling my
there.
4070
Does that
Ti
make any
Super
sense?
to buy that 5070.
Well,
Especially
we
if
can't
it's
do
got all
that
this
without
DLSS
artificial
4
intelligence.
shit
The
in it.
reason for that is because we're generating most of the pixels using our tensor cores. So we ray trace only the pixels we need, and we generate using artificial intelligence all of the other pixels we have. As a result, the energy efficiency is just off the charts. The future of computer graphics is neural rendering, the fusion of artificial intelligence and computer graphics. And what's really amazing is, oh, here we go. Thank you. This is a surprisingly kinetic keynote. And what's really amazing is the family of GPUs we're going to put in here. And so the 5090,
Oh god, what the okay,
the
so
5090
oh, there is a
will fit into
5070
laptop,
Ti.
a thin laptop. That last laptop
Oh
was
no.
14.9
That's a
millimeters.
laptop. Never
We got
mind.
a 5080, 5070 Ti, and 5070. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the RTX Blackwell family.
Man, I'm surprised at the price for the 5070, honestly. I didn't see how much a 5080 was.
Well, GeForce brought AI to the world, democratized AI.
I was too
Now
busy
AI has come back
freaking out on the
and
549
revolutionized
for the
GeForce.
56
Let's talk
or
about
5070.
artificial intelligence. Let's go to somewhere else at NVIDIA.
That's all they're going to talk about, these GPUs? No performance?
This is literally
Really?
our office. This is literally NVIDIA's headquarters. Okay, so let's talk about AI. The industry
I don't
is
care about AI. I want
chasing
the
and
gaming
racing
performance,
to
bro.
scale artificial intelligence. And the scaling law is a powerful model. It's an empirical law
Well, I guess this kind of ties
has been
into the
observed
performance of the
and
new cards
demonstrated
with
by
gaming
researchers
too.
and industry over several generations. And the scaling law says that the more data you have,
Watch, they're
the
gonna
training
like
data
pull
that
out
you
a
have, the
90-degree
larger model
curve
that you
straight
have,
upwards.
and the more compute that you apply to it, therefore, the more effective or the more capable your model will become. And so the scaling law continues. What's really amazing is that now we're moving towards, of course, and the internet is
Tell me
producing
about it, Jensen.
twice the amount of data every single year as it did last year. I think in the next couple of years, humanity will produce more data than all of humanity has ever produced since the beginning. And
That's
so
ridiculous.
We're still producing a
That is
gigantic
absolutely
amount
ridiculous.
of data, and it's becoming multimodal. Video and images and sound, all of that data could be used to train the fundamental knowledge, the foundational knowledge of an AI. But there are,
more
in
data,
fact,
more better,
two
right?
other
As far as
scaling
AI
laws
goes.
that has now emerged. And it's somewhat intuitive. The second scaling law is post-training scaling law. Post-training scaling law uses techniques like reinforcement learning, human feedback. Basically, the AI produces and generates answers based on a human query. The human then, of course, gives a feedback. It's much more complicated than that, but that reinforcement learning system with a fair number of very high-quality prompts causes the AI to refine its skills. It could fine-tune its skills for particular domains. It could be better at solving math problems, better at reasoning, so on and so forth. And so it's essentially like having a mentor or having a coach give you feedback after you're done going to school. And so
where is
test,
the
you get
NVIDIA
feedback,
Twitter?
You improve yourself. We also have reinforcement learning AI feedback, and we have synthetic data generation. These techniques are rather akin to, if you will, self-practice. You know the answer to a particular problem, and you continue to try it until you get it right. And so an AI could be presented with a very complicated and a difficult problem that is verifiable functionally, and it has an answer that we understand, maybe proving a theorem.
There is a 5070 Ti.
Solving a geometry problem. And so these problems would cause the AI to produce answers, and using reinforcement learning, it would learn how to improve itself. That's called post-training. Post-training requires an enormous amount of computation, but the end result produces incredible models. we now have a third scaling law. And this third scaling law has to do with what's called test time scaling. Test time scaling is basically when you're being used. When you're using the AI has the ability to now apply a different resource allocation.
Yeah. AI this, AI that. So the 5070 is $549. 5070 Ti is $749. 5080 $999, and then the 5090 has pretty much double the AI tops, jumping from the 5080's 1800 AI tops to the 5090's 3400 AI tops. Price jumps $1,000 for basically like double the AI performance. So, and availability starting in January. Interesting. Okay. So, how much can I get on a trade for my 4070 Ti Super to get a 5070 Ti or even a 5080? Damn. 5080 is cheaper than what I paid for my 3090 Ti by like $200. That's crazy.
The amount of computation that we need, of course, is incredible. And we would like, in fact, that society has the ability to scale the amount of computation to produce more and more novel and better intelligence. Intelligence, of course, is the most valuable asset that we have, and it can be applied to solve a lot of very challenging problems.
And I was sure when he started talking about those prices that those were going to be fake and they were like going to drop or go up. I was like, there's no way that they're like kind of pricing these competitively. Well, not competitively, because depends on how much the RDNA 4 AMD cards are.
It is incredible what it looks like. So
Good
first
Lord.
of all, there's some, every single cloud service provider now have systems up and running. We have systems here from about 15 computer makers. It's being made about 200 different SKUs, 200 different configurations. They're liquid-cooled, air-cooled, x86, Nvidia Grace CPU versions, NVLink 36 by 2, NVLink 72 by 1, whole bunch of different types of systems so that we can accommodate.
Say what now? Oh, this is like going way over my head, dude.
Well, these systems are being currently manufactured in some 45 factories. It tells you how pervasive artificial intelligence is and how much the industry is jumping onto artificial intelligence in this new computing model.
Well, not to mention that the Nvidia has a monopoly on AI right now, basically.
Is because we need a lot more computation, and it's very clear. It's very clear that
But they do have the best hardware, so what the hell is he looking for? Oh. Oh my God.
You know, it's hard to tell. You don't ever want to reach your hands into a dark place. Hang on a second. Is this a good idea? All right.
Good Lord. That is one Blackwell die. Oh God. Assemble.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I thought I was worthy.
Oh, he's waiting for the hammer. That's funny.
Apparently, Yonir didn't think I was worthy. All right. This is my show and tell. This is a show and tell. So, this NVLink system, this right here, this NVLink system, this is GB200 NVLink 72. It is 1.5 tons, 600,000 parts, approximately equal to 20 cars.
Good God.
120 kilowatts.
Imagine being a server maintenance guy trying to go work on that thing.
A
Good
spine
Lord.
behind it that connects all of these GPU together. 2 miles of copper cable. 5,000 cables. This is being manufactured in 45 factories around the world. We build them. we liquid cool them, we test them, we disassemble them, ship them in parts to the data centers because it's 1.5 tons. We reassemble it outside the data centers and install them. The manufacturing is insane. But the goal of all of this
no shit.
is because the scaling laws are driving computing so hard that this level of computation, Blackwell over our last generation, improves the performance per watt by a factor of 4. Performance per watt by a factor of 4, performance per dollar by a factor of 3. That basically says that in one generation, we reduce the cost of training these models by a factor of 3. Or if you want to increase the size of your model by a factor of 3, it's about the same
Yeah, but
cost.
one of those racks costs how much?
These are generating tokens that are being used by all of us when we use ChatGPT or when we use Gemini, use our phones in the future. Just about all of these applications are going to be consuming these AI tokens. And these AI tokens are being generated by these systems. And every single data center is limited by power. And so if the perf per watt of Blackwell is 4 times our last generation, then the revenue that could be generated, the amount of business that can be generated in the data center is increased by a factor of 4. And so these AI factory systems
money printing
really
machines.
are factories today. Now the goal of all of this is so that we can create one giant chip. The amount of computation we need is really quite incredible. And this is basically one giant chip. If we would have had to build a chip, here we go. Sorry, guys. You see that? That's cool. Look at that, disco lights in here. All right. If we had to build this as one chip, obviously this would be the size of the wafer, but this doesn't include the impact of yield. It would have to be probably 3 or 4 times this size. But what we basically have here is 72 Blackwell GPUs or 144 dies. This one chip here is 1.4 exaflops. The world's largest supercomputer, fastest supercomputer, only recently, this entire room's supercomputer only recently achieved an exaflop plus. This is 1.4 exaflops of AI floating point performance. It has 14 terabytes of memory, but here's the amazing thing. The memory bandwidth is 1.2 petabytes per second. That's basically the entire internet traffic that's happening right now.
That is actually
The entire
insane.
world's internet traffic is being processed across these chips, okay? And we have 130 trillion transistors in total, 2,592 CPU cores, whole bunch of networking. And so these, I wish I could do this. I don't think I will. So these are the Blackwells. These are our ConnectX networking chips. These are the NVLink, and we're trying to pretend about the NVLink spine, but that's not possible, okay? And these are all of the HBM memories, 14 terabytes of HBM memory. This is what we're trying to do, and this is the miracle of the Blackwell system. The Blackwell dies right here. It is the largest single chip the world's ever made. But yet, the miracle is really, in addition to that, this is the Grace Blackwell system. Well, the goal of all of this, of course, is so that we can, thank you, thanks. Boy, is there a chair I could sit down for a second?
No, Jensen, you don't need to sit down.
Can I have a Michelob Ultra?
Oh.
How is it possible that we're in the Michelob Ultra Stadium? It's like coming to Nvidia and we don't have a GPU for you. So we need an enormous amount of computation because we want to train larger and larger models. And these inferences used to be one inference, but in the future, the AI is going to be talking to itself. It's going to be thinking. It's going to be internally reflecting, processing. So today, when the tokens are being generated at you, so long as it's coming out at 20 or 30 tokens per second. It's basically as fast as anybody can read. However, in the future, and right now with GPT-01, you know, with the new Gemini Pro and the new the 01, 03 models.
All right, dude,
they're talking
get your words out.
Reflecting, they're thinking. And so, as you can imagine, the rate at which the tokens could be ingested is incredibly high. And so we need the token rates, the token generation rates, to go way up. And we also have to drive the cost way down simultaneously so that the quality of service can be extraordinary, the cost to customers can continue to be low, and AI will continue to scale. And so that's the fundamental purpose, the reason why we created NVLink. Well, one of the most important things that's happening in the world of enterprise is agentic AI. Agentic AI basically is a perfect example of test time scaling. AI is a system of models. Some of it is understanding, interacting with the customer, interacting with the user. Some of it's maybe retrieving information from storage, a semantic AI system like a RAG. Maybe it's going on to the internet. Maybe it's studying a PDF file. And so it might be using tools. It might be using a calculator. And it might be using a generative AI to generate charts and such. And it's taking the problem you gave it, breaking it down step by step, and it's iterating through all these different models. Well, in order to respond to a customer in the future, in order for AI to respond, it used to be ask a question, answer starts spewing out. In the future, you ask a question, a whole bunch of models are going to be working in the background. And so test time scaling, the amount of computation used for inferencing, is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof because we want better and better answers. Well, to help the industry build agentic AI, our go-to-market is not direct to enterprise customers. Our go-to-market is we work with software developers in the IT ecosystem to integrate our technology to make possible new capabilities, just like we did with CUDA libraries. We now want to do that with AI libraries. And just as the computing model of the past has APIs that are doing computer graphics or doing linear algebra or doing fluid dynamics, in the future, on top of those
most of this is just going like right over my head.
Acceleration libraries, we'll have AI libraries. We've created 3 things for helping the ecosystem build agentic AI. Nvidia NIMs, which are essentially AI microservices all packaged up. It takes all of this really complicated CUDA software, CUDA DNN, Cutlass, or TensorRT-LM, or Triton, or all of these different really complicated software, and the model itself, we package it up, we optimize it, we